Hello, welcome to this your channel, the Eurofan. That's me. After the melancholic and moving performance from Caitlin Giata in last year's contest, Albania moves forward in the competition, looking to keep promoting the young talent both nationwide and the rest of Europe. Let's check out if the next artist can achieve the feat by representing the Balkan nation on the main stage of JESC. Here we go. For today's episode, I'm going to review the Albanian entry for Junior Eurovision 2023, which will be represented by singer Viola Gjyzeli with the song Bota Ime, which in English translates as My World. Let's take a look to her biography before she embarks in her Eurovision adventure in Tagalog country. Viola is 14 years old, born in Italy from Albanian parents, although it is unknown where she was exactly born at, and currently lives in the coastal city of Honduras. She starts to develop her passion for music at the age of 7, after participating and winning in a children's song contest in her city of residency. That event will mark the beginning for Viola as a child artist, setting herself as a goal to become a professional singer. Since there, she will start to participate in several musical festivals all around Albania, with which she has achieved many acknowledgements for her talent and vocal skills. Her main inspiration, by the way, is the renowned Albanian singer Dani, who was the Albanian representative at Eurovision in 2015 during the edition held in Vienna, Austria. And also, she is a huge fan of artists like Dua Lipa and Rihanna. In her free time besides music, Viola enjoys playing basketball and ping pong. She likes to spend time with her pets. And she's also passionate on reading fantasy and sci-fi books. In the other hand, she's also a huge follower from both Eurovision and Junior Eurovision. In fact, she has obtained in the 2 previous years to represent her country at the Junior contest by participating in the well-known Junior National Final Junior Fest. Although during her attempt on last year, she did not appear in the final show, despite initially being in the list of contestants, while the results are still unknown nowadays. That, however, did not stop her ambition of trying it again this year one more time. Let's see how it results what it will be her second and final attempt for her, as she will be 15 years old next year. Following the habit, the Albanian public broadcaster will organize what it went to be the 7th edition of the Junior National Final Junior Fest, to pick the artists and the song that would represent the country on French soil. For this occasion, it can be underlined that they have done several changes, with the goal of boosting as a platform for the young talents who wish to participate and pursue a career in music, giving it a modern vibe according to the current times, and widen the coverage both in the prominent schedule of the broadcaster and in the social media. This represents a very significant turn in the format compared to previous editions, in which the process has been much more secretive, also with the goal to settle it as a long-term project beyond Junior Eurovision. The submission period was open in late last July for the Albanian and Kosovar child artists who wanted to take part in the competition, closing it by late last August. In addition, during this open submission, there was a novelty. For this edition, it was allowed the reception on unfinished entries, half-made or in demo phase, although in this case the deadline for this type of proposals took place in last mid-August, as the broadcaster offered technical and musical assistance to finish them, so they will require more time to work them properly before the televised show. A few days after the deadline, the 16 contestants that will compete in the renewed Junior National Final were announced, being Viola among them. In addition to all this, each one of the contestants will get appointed a vocal coach to polish their vocal and staging skills, and they would also have available the broadcaster studios to rehearse their proposals before the final show. Apparently, they are plenty decided to give it all and bet for the reboot of the Junior National Final to make it long-lasting through the years. The final show took place in late last September, in which the winner will be decided as they have done in previous editions, by a jury composed by previous contestants from both Junior Eurovision and Eurovision. Once all the contestants had their chance to present their proposals live for the very first time, the jury will decide that the winning proposal will be the one performed performed by Viola, winning then the competition after 2 attempts, and subsequently gaining the ticket to represent Albania on JESC. Shortly after her victory, the broadcaster would work on the final edit of the proposal ahead of the Junior contest, publishing the final version of the song in last mid-October together with its accompanying official music video. A track that appeals to the need of feeling plenty free as people. Now here comes the analysis according to what she has presented in her proposal. The melody in this case is an R&B ballad with influences of jazz, although it does not lose that characteristic touch from the classical Albanian ballad. Here is to remark, by the way, that the melodic base reminds a lot of the mythical song created by the British rock band Radiohead. It cannot be said that these are the same, but it has a very comparable resemblance. On the other hand, the vocal skills from Viola are undeniable. It is evident that powerful voice of hers has allowed her to have many awards she has received as a child artist. And in this case, it fits perfectly with the drama and the intensity the song requires. The lyrics, which is fully written in Albanian, has been composed by the renowned Albanian songwriters Enis Mujaev and Eriona Rushiti, having already experienced songwriting diversity of songs for both the Junior contest and the Senior contest, highlighting the particular ones they have made for Albanian entries at Eurovision, specifically Keju Tokas, performed by Jonida Maliki in 2019 in the edition held on Tel Aviv, Israel, and more recently Tuce, performed by Albina and Familia Kalmendi on last May during the edition held on Liverpool, United Kingdom. Now that I think about it, maybe it is the first time that the same songwriters are in charge for the entries for a participating country in both Eurovision and Junior Eurovision in the same year. If you know by chance by any case in the past, feel free to write it in the comments. Reading the lyrics in detail, previously translated of course, it comes to attention to first the intro and the outro of the song, which in English translates as "No, no, don't fight." Then both the verses and the chorus talk about an ideal world, in which you can be whoever you are, live the way you want, not being judged by anyone. Say whatever you want and be able to dream, feel free. If we get all the lyrics as a whole, you can get a clearer idea of the background behind it. It talks about someone who is witnessing a fight or a war, in which in one hand is urging to stop it, and in the other hand taking refuge on its own world. Music in this case is trying to find consolation at home. It is not so that the song intends to transmit a very powerful message, remarking how important it is to find and get a place to feel free, happy and safe. That word of our own we all want appealing to the song's title. It also has a global significance at the same time, mostly with all the forced emigrations seen every day in many places around the world. People escaping from the bad life conditions in their countries of origin, from the natural disasters, from the warfare, all of them trying to find another place to go home. Having reviewed the song, now I'm going to analyze the official music video released for this proposal. The music video begins with Viola performing the song while she is in the middle of a forest, taking refuge in a tangle in the dark of the night, where she has a small lamp lighting her, and there are projections of stars from the outer space in the fabric of the band. Towards the chorus, you can see her walking around the forest, while those same projections are seen on the trees. And there are some instances as well with her holding LED lights in both hands. I can realize that this makes an allegory to the reality of many people in the search of that ideal world, living in tents during that journey, most of the time without being able to cover their basic needs, and having a lot of difficulties. Probably it is a way to romanticize it, because as we already know, the reality is much more rough and critical. That same dynamic is followed throughout all the song, until the performance finishes with a close-up of her, which is still in the middle of the forest and dark. Before commenting about her performance in the Junior National Final, I had to remind that this was the very first live performance of the entry, so this will be an initial version of the song, before the final production and revamp of the track, which was also heard in the official music video. recalling the staging in the Junior National Final. This was focused on her performing the song at the center of the stage, using a lighting set in blue and warm tones. About the outfit she's wearing, you can notice it is a combination of a dress and a military outfit. Being honest, I do not understand the choice of this outfit for her, although taking into account the kind of proposal she is presenting, maybe she wanted to transmit a slight idea through her outfit. Her vocal performance was pretty good overall during all the performance, but in my particular case I did not get a connection with the song. There have been moments of stage presence during the performance, but most of the time it was quite static. Even so, that did not hinder her to get a consent from the jury, which will be granting her the victory. Making a summary of all the comments, the Albanian entry for this year is not arousing much interest on me. It is clear that she has an impressive voice, that it is evident how experienced is she, and that the proposal has a very important message. But the problem is that despite all that, I do not get that impact that is intended to transmit with the song. About the staging on JESC, I do not know if it will follow the same sober trend from the Junior National Final, or if it will try to recreate the atmosphere previously seen in the music video. But if there is a thing to make clear, is that she needs to improve her stage presence, she needs to make impact, so the message can effectively reach the audience. We will see if they take note when she gets her turn to be on the stage. And you, what do you think about the Albanian entry for this year? Leave your comments down below and let's start the discussion. And this is it for today's episode. As usual, take a few moments to like, subscribe to my channel, enable notifications, and follow me through my social media. Take care, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.